censorship isn't put in place to protect people from dangerous information. It's put in place because government finds the information that people are putting out to be dangerous to themselves. We're getting to a point where you're not going to be able to find any information regarding vaccines. You're not going to be able to find any information regarding cancer cures, the fact that cancer is the most curable disease on earth, also the most profitable disease on earth. You're not going to find any of this information. It's all going to be purged from the internet. Well, it's going to be purged from your search results anyway. If you're using the Google Chrome browser, the browser itself is going to be blocking these websites by default as soon as you search for them. They're just not going to come up in the results. So it isn't just the Google search engine, it's also the browser. And if you actually do manage to even get to the site, you'll find that if you're using Google Chrome, you'll get a message saying the site is unsafe or whatever. It simply won't load. It's a way of completely controlling the human experience so that nobody ever thinks anything, and nobody's allowed to think anything, nobody's ever allowed to say anything. And it really creates a situation that the ruling scumbags will be able to maintain their power for generation after generation, and that's really what it's all about. They just don't want people thinking outside the box that they have constructed. And also I think, the fact that I've never monetized, which means I've never linked the channel up to my bank account, so they can't really find me that way. I've never live streamed on the channel because I can't live stream, because you need to verify yourself with a cell phone in order to live stream, and I don't have a cell phone, so I've never linked the account up to a cell phone. I think perhaps I'm a little bit of an enigma for them, because I don't think they have too many people on YouTube who don't have cell phones and don't have credit cards. But I've never done any economics. I've never allowed anything to get in the way. I've never tried to sell anything or sell any books or any of that sort of stuff, because to me, this is about freedom. That's what it's all about. It's about sharing information, and it's about freedom. And I think it's important not to allow economics to get in the way. If people are doing this because they want an income from YouTube, well, they've kind of missed the point of what this is all about, because the ultimate goal here is not income, it's freedom. And look, even in saying that, I'm not attacking people who have monetized their accounts, because everybody needs an income, everybody needs something to survive on, and I have no problem at all with people who have monetized their accounts. I just saw it as a trap. I always thought that, well, this monetization is going to lead to censorship. It's going to lead to people not only sensationalizing their YouTube clips, and it's going to make it more about clicks than truth for them, possibly. Some people are going to have that mindset, whether they know it or not. But it's also a trap that's going to ultimately lead to censorship and lead to a lot of people becoming dependent upon YouTube as a money source and a source of income, and then being suddenly shut down and being deprived of that income. And it was ultimately a trap. So, yeah, it's just a route that I never went down. I've noticed that I can't use Firefox on my computer anymore. For the last 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks, it's been completely unable to load anything. No images, no graphics. It's like the whole browser has completely crashed and become dysfunctional. Everything I try, it just remains unusable. I'm kind of forced to use Google Chrome or Edge browser, which I really don't like using either of them. So I have to start looking for other browsers to use. But this is the way it seems to be going, folks. They're just kind of squeezing everybody out of everything. You need a Google account to make a phone call. That is just ridiculous. So that's always a good rule of thumb, folks. If they're forcing you to do something, you need to do the opposite. The problem is that they don't usually have time to look at this sort of stuff. They don't have time to actually step back from their every day-to-day grind and actually look at all the pieces of the puzzle in order to be able to put it together. They just simply don't have the time, because they're kept too busy running on the treadmill, which again is what this system is designed to do. And of course, a lot of the problem in this is that people can't even see what it is that the threat is. They can't see what they need to save themselves from. They think it's simply government corruption. And it's always the same. It's always something that's about to happen. And then people sit back and they wait and they hope for change. Always something imminent, always something that's about to save us, always something that's right over the horizon. We don't have to do anything, just sit back and wait. It's all about to change. Time after time after time. I've seen it so many times. Hope for change. And the question is, what's it going to take for people to stand up? You can't wait until the prison's built around you and then complain that you're living in a prison. You need to stop them building it before the walls are complete. It's just a game, folks. It's just a ride. Perhaps that's why I do what I do as well, because I'm playing the game. I just won't play by their rules. I'll play by the rules of life. I have to share what I know, because I feel that by sharing what I know, I will make a difference in somebody's life anyway.